On Titan Sports Recap, we take a look at softball as they return for yet another season. Titan basketball was away this weekend. Could they get a W on the road? Plus, baseball begins with this week, and Coach Rick Vanderhook gives a preview. All this and much more on Titan Sports Recap. Hello and welcome back to Titan Sports Recap, bringing you the best video coverage of Cal State Fullerton athletics. We've got a great episode in store for you. I'm Jasmine Arenas, along with my co-host Melina Joseph. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. And I know you were out at softball this weekend. How did that go?
I was. They won against Canisius 8-0. They're on fire. Titan softball returns for the 2016 season to win a Big West Conference title and much more. Our reporter Janice Garcia has more on their matinee play at the Titan Classic. Janice?
During the first matchup against Weber State, the Titans offense went down south. However, will this Valentine's Day matchup between Weber State and Cal State Fullerton change? Let's take a look at the highlights.
The Titans back on the field to defeat Weber State, which they lost to 10-1 in a horrible loss on Saturday. Now, let's get into action. Missy Takiyaho up to bat and hits one to right center field. Samantha Van Diver is heading home. Can she make it? Missy Takiyaho gets the RBI double to get the Titans' first lead of the game. Sydney Colenso up to bat, and Courtney Rodriguez, still second, ball gets away of the shortstop, and Missy Takiyaho scores for the second run of the game. Our bases loaded for Sarah Moore, and hits one. Does it drop? Yes, drops right in front into center field. Courtney Rodriguez scores from home, making it 3-0 Titans. Dallin Rippey doesn't rip when she slaps one down the middle. And Paige Kissling scores yet another run. Bailey Seek couldn't get the job done. What about Bailey Reeves? Samantha Van Diver loops one into no man's land for another unearned run scored by the Titans. The Titans capitalized on the 3 errors made by the Wildcats. They had 7 unearned runs with a total of 9 runs on 5 hits and 5 walks. That didn't stop the Wildcats from clawing their ways back into the game. Wildcats trying to get a run on the board to catch up. However, Sarah Hingsberger hits one to shallow center field, and JC Wilson scores for the first run of the game. And she is not stopping here. Hingsberger launches one to deep center field, and that is gone for a 3-1 home run. The Titans now lead 9-6. Final licks for the Wildcats. However, Jasmine Antunes strikes out Sadie Blacker to end the game. Titans now improve to 4-1.
9 runs in the first inning. You guys were very patient. What changed from the first game against Weber State till now today?
I think being as a whole, we were pretty embarrassed about our game yesterday against them, and we knew that it was time to come back and give them what we had and show them what we got, and we did that.
Well, I'll tell you what, our game plan was to play our game. And I think they absolutely did that. I will tell you that offensive lull from the second inning on has got to be taken care of. That's something that's on our to-do list for this week, is once, we got to hit the gas and keep the gas pedal just full throttle.
Well, freshman Sydney Golden held down the Titans' 9-0 lead in the first. However, the Wildcats came back, scored 7, cut down the lead by 2. But with a remarkable performance by Jasmine Antunes, well, that ended it there. 9 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error the Titans had. I asked Coach at the end of the game about Jasmine's performance, and she said she definitely earned the spot as the closer. The Titans hope to bring the spark to the Bronco Classic in Santa Clara starting on Friday, February 19th. Reporting from Anderson's Family Field, I'm Janice Garcia, Titan Sports Recap.
So I know you were out at softball. You saw them play against Canisius, and then how was your overall performance? How would you say?
It was great. Freshman pitcher Sydney Golden is now 3-0, and she struck out Canisius.
Wow, a freshman?
I know.
She's going to be doing great things for
She
the
is.
Titans, and I know that, again, you said they're 4-1 now,
and they were able to bounce back against Weber State from their loss on Saturday. So that just says a lot about this team and the potential they have.
It does.
Men's basketball traveled to Honolulu, Hawaii this past weekend for a matchup against the Warriors. Now, going into this game, Hawaii had a record of 8-1 in the Big West Conference. Keep that in mind. The Titans were 2-8. In the first half, the Titans trailed by 17 points and almost erased that deficit, but they could not keep up with Hawaii's pace.
How about Stefan Jankovic? Really set the tone early, down low in the paint for the Rainbow Warriors. Jankovic finishes the night.
18 points and 9 rebounds. Almost a double-double. But he wasn't the only one who had a big game. 5 players reached double figures while knocking down 8 threes as a team. As for Fullerton, Titans' Trey Hoggins was back in the game after an injury and scored a game-high 18 points. Malcolm Brooks off the bench contributed 13 points, while Malcolm Henderson had a career-high 8 rebounds, and Tim Miles matched his career with 9 boards. But despite the Titans' effort, they found themselves back on a 3-game losing streak.
Basketball is looking for its first win over UC Irvine since February 2012, when the Titans defeated the Anteaters 100-94. At their last matchup on January 20th, Fulton outshot Irvine from the free-throw line as the Titans shot 73.1% to the Anteaters 64.3%. Let's see if the Titans can outshoot the Anteaters again when Cal State Fullerton returns home after its 3-game road swing to host UC Irvine at Titan Gym at 7 p.m.
Malcolm Brooks and the Titans looking to end a 3-game skid versus visiting UCI, and Fullerton came out with their tusk up. Brooks starts it off with a 3 from straight away. Let me take roll. Coggins, Trey. Brooks serving himself seconds. Lionheart Leslie from the corner, got it. Titans shooting the lights out early in this one. Khalil Ahmad, step back 3 from the tee. Then Jamar Ako with the block and outlet pass to Leslie, and he's going to do the rest, taking it to the rack and finishing for 2. 7'6" Mamadou Njai with the jump hook from the block for UCI. Leslie from the other corner ties it at 32. More great defense from the Titans as Tim Miles picks up the steal, and it's going to lead to the 7th Titan 3 in the first half. Someone call Suzanne Summers because 3's company. Titans would lead by 6 at the break. Second half, Coggins with the baseline floater over Njai, and he comes right back. Stop and pop from 13, buries it. Malcolm in the middle of this highlight, taking UCI to spin class. Then again, from the other side, lefty finish. UCI's Jaron Martin would answer from the corner to tie it at 54. Back and forth we go. Brooks rises up, splashes down with the 3-pointer for the 1-point lead. But UCI would answer with some hot shooting from behind the arc, hitting 4 3-pointers as part of a 12-1 run. The Anteaters wouldn't look back and wouldn't relinquish the lead again in this one, taking it by the final of 96-77 and improving their conference record to 9-2. The Titans dropped their 4th consecutive game tonight here at Titan Gym, 96-77 versus visiting UCI. The Titans got off to a strong start in the first half, hitting 7 3-pointers from beyond the arc and had the halftime lead by 6 points. However, that was not enough as Mamadou Njai scored 13 of his 17 points in the second half to lead UCI to the win. As for the Titans, Malcolm Brooks tied his career high with 22 points, and Lionheart Leslie led the bench in scoring with 12. The Titans will look to snap their 4-game skid when they go on the road this Saturday and take on Long Beach State at 7:30 p.m. Reporting from Titan Gym, Joel Valdez, Titan Sports Recap.
And as for the women in Titan basketball, the story repeats itself as they fell to the Aggies this weekend. Jade Vega had a career-high 20 points. Michelle Berry knocked down her 10th double-double of the season, but they still struggled to find their way around UC Davis. In the first quarter, the Aggies ran with 20 points, led by Davis Rachel Nagel, who put up 8 points with 2 threes. Titans quickly answered back in the second quarter, scoring 21 points with 11 from Vega. Titans tied up the game several times in the second quarter, but toward the end of the first half, Davis took the 5-point lead. Fullerton trailed 30-35 at halftime. The second half, things got a bit more tough as the Aggies went on a 13-0 run, but Sammy Logan went for 3 to open up the court for the Titans. Yet, Fullerton gave up another 23 points to the Aggies in the third quarter to give up the Titans their largest deficit of the game at 18. Titans tried to come back in the fourth with 16 points, but Aggies were just too much as they lost another game 80-56. They added their 23rd loss of the season.
Opening week is officially here for baseball. FultonTitans.com met up with Titans head coach Rick Vanderhook to get his thoughts on the upcoming season. Coach stated, "We've worked hard on getting stronger. I think right now our bodies are good, but the biggest thing we have is to maintain that throughout the season." Coach also discussed that the vets have been providing good leadership to the rookies, and it sounds like pitchers John Gavin, Connor Siebold, Colton Eastman, and Blake Quinn will round out the rotation to start the year. Cal State Fulton is set to open the 2016 season on the road as they head to Klein Field at the Sunken Diamond to open up against their rivals, the Sanford Cardinal.
This weekend, track and field traveled to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the Don Kirby Invitational. Leave it to junior Janiyah Shorty to steal the show with her 200-meter dash to lead the Titans and break the previous school record of 23.85 by Sierra Short in 2011. Shorty's was actually 23.50 as she broke it by 0.35 seconds. Other spectacular performances on the track include India Owens and teammate Morgan Love, who both recorded a personal best in the 400-meter dash with their times of 57.87 seconds and 58.41 seconds. And of course, leave the jumps event for Tajala Robertson, who although did not set a personal record in the high jump, had a great attempt at the school record of 5 feet 8.5 inches. I believe that their performance this weekend will set us up for a strong showing at the MPSF Championships, said Elders. The Titans will head to Seattle, Washington to compete in the MPSF Championships February 26th through the 27th.
And just a reminder on what's to come, stay tuned for our next episode of Inside the Basket, where our very own Jasmine Arenas sits down with former Titan guard Josh Gentry and analyst Kyle Lowe to break down Titan basketball. On the Mound is in the works for its first episode coming up next week, and look out for highlights on weekly games on our YouTube channel. And for your Titan timeline, highlighting the biggest games in the next couple weeks. Spring semester is here, which also means baseball is here. The Titan baseball team starts up non-conference play at Sanford from Friday, February 19th to the 21st. Then they face off against the NC Dinos of South Korea on Tuesday, February 23rd at 6 p.m. And they continue their home stand against Indiana from the 26th through the 28th. Kelly Ford and the softball team head up north to Santa Clara to compete in the Bronco Classic from Friday, February 19th to the 21st. Men's basketball hopes to improve their conference record against UC Poly on the 25th. They return home to face UC Santa Barbara at 6 p.m.
Remember all of our social media outlets. You can catch our entire video highlight library on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/ChinaSportsRecap. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is CSUF Sports Recap. Find us on Facebook for updates on all Fullerton athletics, and check us out on Instagram for behind-the-scene photos. Follow us at Titan Sports Recap. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Titan Sports Recap. See you guys in 2 weeks. For the meantime, I'm Jasmine Arenas.
And I'm Melina Joseph.
See you guys next time.